that's highly unusual, at least for me to have found, is this right here, a marker showing the company that supplied the marble. Oh, this is kind of interesting. I'm not sure. I would assume normally that these are just utility flags, but as I was walking, let's see if I can locate it again here. Well, here it is. Right next to this little green flag is this metal marker. I have no idea why it's there. So if anybody has any ideas what that might be, let me know. Whoa. That green is extra bright. That is so cool. Kind of interesting last name too, Dahlman. And I like, even though it's kind of bad to see it decay, it still looks really interesting. Especially the really bright green oxidation. And then up at the top here, you can see how the rainfall has been affected by the lettering, and so it looks like the lettering is beginning to actually run itself, yeah, even though it's not. And that's really cool to me, how you can see the reflection of the stained glass window on the sides of the walls inside. And again, over to the side, it has the same problem of very interesting erosion. And it just seems to be ever so slightly rearranging the stones. Not that that is incredibly unusual, but it just seems to be happening a lot here. I don't really understand why they're not moving things back into place, but maybe it just happens so often that it's impossible. This has definitely changed places. These are typically laying directly on the ground. And so somebody has stood it up, it looks like. You can even see on the back that they've made a makeshift tripod by welding pieces of metal together. Wow. These vases are massive. It looks like it has an incredibly unique stained glass window inside to go along with it. I'm glad that these doors are wide enough to see through. Whoa. They've actually put their initials on the floor in marble. That's so cool. And it would appear that only the center two vaults are actually being used. I wonder if that's actually depictions of the family and not just a random depiction of angels. there's something really neat over that way that's sort of, again, like one of the open air concept mausoleums. I know that's probably the wrong name for it, but that's just sort of my thoughts on it when I see it. But there's one coming up here with an incredible looking statue in the center of it. And then as you can see behind me here, there's 3 more big family mausoleums, and we're gonna go check those out. I'm gonna have to go over this way after we check this out, because I'm seeing these 2 brooms over here and it's making me really wonder. But I could not miss this. Oh, and that's sad. Someone has come and stripped a lot of the lettering off. But the statue up here, I mean, I don't even know if words can describe this. I mean, it's stuff like this. It's amazing, but you know the pain and suffering that kind of went into creating a piece like this. And so it's sort of a bittersweet moment. And yeah, I'm almost at a loss for words looking at stuff like this, because it's just so epically beautiful, but at the same time, so tragic. Alright, let's go check out these brooms. There has to be a story behind this. Huh. So it's definitely some connection to this person here, William J. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce the last name there. There has to be some significance to them being here, because they're definitely put here on purpose. And the way they're placed, I would really doubt that it was meant as any sort of insult or vandalism. But it really makes me wonder what the story is behind it and the significance behind the brooms. I really want to know what the meaning is. I'm wondering what this unique little bit of artwork is. It's hard to tell sometimes if they're going to be monuments or if they're like war memorials. But this one is definitely a person's memorial. But instead of getting a regular headstone, it looks like they literally commissioned their own unique piece of artwork to be placed at the grave instead. And what I thought was just marks or potentially imperfections appears to be a very deliberate part of the design work here. And even though it appears to be very rough around the edges, it looks like this was very intentional.